B-O-B-C-A-T-S.
It's been a great journey for me. This is my 24th year coaching, and it's taken me 24 years to come back and be the leader of the red and blue. You know, being an ex-Bobcat, you know, going through the traditions that we had, is very special. You know, being the leader here, these kids, you know, need to know what the red and blue is about, and I think we've put together a great staff that is going to give in to these kids and help them achieve those goals that we want to set. We want to create better people. You know, when they leave Edinburg High School, they're going to be ready for what happens when they leave high school. Anything that comes in their way, they're going to be able to take on anything. And it's been a great first semester for me. We had a great spring training. We've got a lot of ex-Bobcats coming by talking to our young men. We have a lot of them planning to come in to talk to our young men. And, you know, we have families that are excited just because there's Bobcats leading the Bobcats now here at Edinburg High School. We ask them to believe in each other. You know, our chant is familia. And we got to depend on the brother next to us, just like we got to depend on the coach next to us. It's kind of a lean on me type atmosphere here. And, you know, that's what we're trying to implement here with our young men. Coming off a good spring ball, you know, we're looking at big things to happen with our players. You know, we emphasize a lot of enthusiasm, and the coaches have to be enthusiastic as well. You know, and these kids have come around. You know, they believe in the system. We brought in a new system, bringing in an offense coordinator from Donna. The kids adapted real well. Defensively, you know, we're running what we normally run, and these kids have adjusted. We've made some changes. We've tweaked some things with some positions, but I think we've put the people in the right position, you know, for them to be successful. You know, our practices are going to be, you know, tough. We're probably telling them that this is probably going to be the toughest camps that they've ever had, you know, to be prepared. And, you know, just by listening to coaches, you know, we're listening to a coach from the University of Houston where he had his guys say that you're going to have the toughest camp ever, you know, and you're going to have to really adapt to it. And that's what we're challenging our kids with. You know, we're looking at a tough schedule here that we're going to face. Of course, we have a tough district where, you know, Robert Vela is predicted to be the district champion. You know, but we're looking to shake things up, you know, change some doubters out there. And I believe our kids are willing to take on that challenge. You know, one of the biggest guys that we're going to depend on is our quarterback, Nate Mattis. You know, he's coming off a running back position, coming to quarterback. We feel he handled spring ball pretty well, and we think he's going to be the leader to take us offensively. You know, he shows great character and great leadership qualities, and the kids, you know, they really, you know, believe in him.
It's a big transition. It's a big role in the team, in the offensive team, and in the team in general. I just feel like I have to go out there and just practice every day what my position is, and I'm going to keep practicing my quarterback position and try to lead my team to a district champion. You know, we're going to be a young team, but my thoughts are just we need to go out there and not back down to anybody. And we might be the youngest and the smallest, but we're going to go out there and we're going to fight and get everything that we got.
Other guys that we're looking at, you know, besides Nate, you know, we're looking at a big guy named Freddie Valdez to be our tight end. You know, Freddie had a good spring. We're looking at him to improve, you know, here during this fall camp that we're going to have. Our offensive line, you know, decent sized line, but they're young. You know, so we got to break them in, and they're going to have to get experience. That's going to be the big key. Defensively, we're going to depend on our middle linebacker, Edgar Guerrero. You know, Edgar is a bloodline of Bobcats. He has brothers that have played here. He has an uncle that played here. And, you know, he's a pretty good athlete, and we're looking for him to have the leadership role defensively. Defensive ends that we have are Edgar Arevalo and Albert Segura. And those young men are going to be our bookends. And they're the most important position we have on our defense, because depending on what happens with them is how successful we're going to be.
Well, I'm defensive end, and our job is to keep everything from coming outside. And I'm just going to be quick enough to get everything back to the rest of the team, which is the defense. And I'm pretty confident that they're going to make the tackle. We're given an opportunity, 100th year, new district. Might as well take advantage of it and win some games. Work hard for it too. Everyone's really been working hard, and they really want to win. They really want it bad.
I think our weakest point there will probably be our secondary. You know, they're a young group, but you know, they make things happen. You know, they'll come up and hit you. They'll cover you and stick to you like crazy. But you know, we're looking at big things to happen with the Edinburg Bobcats. We feel that we'll be prepared for when our district comes around. You know, we got a tough district. You know, we open up with Economides, and then we follow with Robert Vela. And we believe that those are the two teams that should be, you know, competing for the district title. You know, so that's going to be a challenge for us. But we're looking at this like we tell the kids. You know, this is it's a long distance race. It's not a sprint. So how we finish is, you know, what we're looking forward to. You know, I've been around rivalries. You know, everywhere we've been. I was here at Economides, the rivalry with Edinburg High, and Edinburg North was there. You know, at PSG High, PSG North, Palmview, and La Jolla. You know, those were the big rivalries. And with the addition of Edinburg Vela, just adds a little bit more fuel there. You know, and our kids are looking for respect. And with Vela coming in, it's a top-notch program. You know, with a lot of quality athletes that they have, but we feel that you know, we're going to give them a challenge, and hopefully these kids live up to the challenge. We emphasize not to back down from anything, and hopefully these kids remember that throughout the season, which I think they will, because any inter-city rivalry, anything can happen. You know, we're underdogs, but as well, you would know as well as I know that every underdog is dangerous. So that's the way we're going to approach this season.
Vela, it's going to be a big game. With all the Edinburg schools, it's going to be a lot of competition, and we expect a lot. And we're going to go out there and we're just going to fight and show them what we got. They're
excited. Like I said, their parents are excited. You know, they're all looking forward to this big season. And probably the one that has the most excitement of starting the season is probably me. You know, like I said, it's special. I'm waiting for this day to come around. And, you know, it's full of excitement here at EHS. It's our 100th year anniversary. We have the dedication of our ex-coach, Richard Flores, at the stadium. There's a lot of big things happening here in Edinburg, and we're hoping that this season will be something big for Edinburg High School as well. You know, it's great to be back home. You know, the colors red and blue have always been special in our family. A lot of families that we've grown up with. I'm actually being able to coach some of my ex-players' sons as well. So it's a very special place, being back home, and you know, I look forward to making things happen here at Edinburg High School. You know, we're going to set the tradition. We'll try to bring the tradition back, where with the pride of the red and blue, because we are the sons of the red and blue, and we are the pride of Edinburg. So we're going to live by that motto, and these kids are going to be expected to bleed red and blue every day. But you know, we're looking forward to this. It's a great challenge, and we're not going to back down.
Well, it's a big year for all of us, and especially for the community. And what it's mean, I mean, it's my senior year, and it's the 100th year, and there's going to be a lot of reunions coming on with all the team, with all the sports and stuff. And I would just like to see everybody go out there and show their Bobcat pride, because once a Bobcat, always Bobcat. I'd like if you guys go out there and support us, 100th year. Let's make it a good one. And those that have been supporting us, thank you for staying around, and I love the support.
Right. Bobcat pride, we're back. The cat is back.
The tackle in the
wide out. Ready? Up. Go. Ready? Go. Pop. Okay, a little bit more pop. A little bit more pop. A little bit more pop. Go. Go. Quick. Ah, there we go. Last one. Who's got my back? 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 Let's go, baby! Bobcat pride on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bobcat pride!
Position. Tailbacks, quarterbacks.